Welcome, family and friends. Please join me in welcoming the graduating class of 2025.
To see thy children's praise to thee increase. We honor thee not for our gain, but to make known thy majesty, thy truth and courage that remain, however harsh the fates may be, as through troublous years, dear William and Mary, our country fought, so thou hast fought, and won and lived to hear thy children singing to thee now. O thou our guardian and our guide, renew our courage every hour, and keep thy spirit by our side, to aid us with its watchful power. Throughout all our lives, dear William and Mary, we pledge our loyalty. Dear college now and evermore, thy children cry all hail to thee. Trees within thy halls, dear college, we give praise to thee, to pledge ourselves whate'er befalls, to pledge unfailing loyalty. Our hearts are with thee, dear William and Mary, however far we stray. Our noble college to see thy children's praise to thee increase. We honor thee not for our gain, but to make known thy majesty, thy truth and courage that remain, however harsh the fates may be. As through troublous years, dear William and Mary, our country fought, so thou hast fought, and won and lived to hear thy children singing to thee now. O thou our guardian and our guide, renew our courage every hour, and keep thy spirit by our side, to aid us with his watchful power. Throughout all our lives, dear William and Mary, we pledge our loyalty. Dear college, now and evermore, thy children cry all hail to thee. Beneath thy trees, within thy halls, dear college, we give praise to thee, to pledge ourselves whate'er befalls, to pledge unfailing loyalty. Our hearts are with thee, dear William and Mary, however far we stray. Our noble college, hear us now, thy children sing to thee today. Dear college, old in years and fame, and richly old in honors true, time shall not dull the shining gain, whose gleam our songs will e'er renew. And as years go by, dear William and Mary, thy fame will never cease, but each new year rejoice to see thy children's praise to thee increase. We honor thee not for our gain, but to make known thy majesty, thy truth and courage that remain, however harsh the fates may be. As through troublous years, dear William and Mary, our country fought, so thou hast fought, and won and lived to hear thy children singing to thee now. O thou our guardian and our guide, renew our courage every hour, and keep thy spirit by troublous years, dear William and Mary, our country fought, so thou hast fought, and won and lived to hear thy children singing to thee now. O thou our guardian and our guide, renew our courage every hour, and keep thy spirit by our side, to aid us with its watchful power. Throughout all our lives, dear William and Mary, we pledge our loyalty. Dear college now and evermore, thy children cry all hail to thee. Beneath thy trees, within thy halls, dear college, we give praise to thee, to pledge ourselves whate'er befalls, to pledge unfailing loyalty. Our hearts are with thee, dear William and Mary, however far we stray. Our noble college, hear us now, thy children sing to thee today. Dear college, old in years and fame, and richly old in honors too, time shall not dull the shining name, whose gleam our songs will e'er renew. And as years go by, dear William and Mary, I pledge our loyalty. Dear college now and evermore, thy children cry all hail to thee. We honor thee not for our gain, but to make known thy majesty, thy truth and courage that remain, however harsh the fates may be. As through troublous years, dear William and Mary, our country fought, so thou hast fought, and won and lived to hear thy children singing to thee now. O thou our guardian and our guide, renew our courage every hour, and keep
Ladies and gentlemen, the faculty of William and Mary.
throughout all our lives, dear William and Mary, we pledge our loyalty. Dear college now and evermore, thy children cry all hail to thee. Beneath thy trees, within thy halls, dear college, we give praise to thee, to pledge ourselves whate'er befalls, to pledge unfailing loyalty. Our hearts are with thee, dear William and Mary, however far we stray. Our noble college, hear us now, thy children sing to thee today. Dear college, old in years and fame, and richly old in honors too.
Please join me in welcoming the official party led by our Chancellor, the Honorable Robert M. Gates.
As years go by, dear William and Mary, thy fame will never cease. But each new year rejoice to see thy children's praise to thee increase. We honor thee not for our gain, but to make known thy majesty, truth and courage that remain, however harsh the fates may be. As through troublous years, dear William and Mary, our country fought, so thou hast fought, and won and lived to hear thy children singing to thee now. O thou our guardian and our guide, renew our courage every hour, and keep thy spirit by our side, to aid us with his watchful power. Throughout all our lives, dear William and Mary, we pledge our loyalty. Dear college, now and evermore, thy children cry all hail to thee. Beneath thy trees, within thy halls, dear college, we give praise to thee, to pledge ourselves whate'er befalls, to pledge unfailing loyalty. Our hearts are with thee, dear William and Mary, however far we stray. Our noble college, hear us now, thy children sing to thee today. Dear college, old in years and fame, and richly old in honors too, time shall not dull the shining name, whose gleam our songs will e'er renew. And as years go by, dear William and Mary, thy fame will never cease. But each new year we rejoice to see thy children's praise to thee increase. We honor thee not for our gain, but to make known thy majesty, thy truth and courage that remain, however harsh the fates may be. As through troublous years, dear William and Mary, our country fought, so thou hast fought, and won and lived to hear thy children singing to thee now. O thou our guardian and our guide, renew our courage every hour, and keep thy spirit by our side, to aid us with his watchful power. Throughout all our lives, dear William and Mary, we pledge our loyalty. Dear college, now and evermore, thy children cry all hail to thee.
Please rise as you are able for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land?
Thank you, choir. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, families and friends and graduates, and yes, you are welcome for the air conditioning. You know, this is the real reason why academic robes were invented, was to protect scholars in every weather. Class of 2025, are you ready to rock this stadium? I don't think I heard you. All right. This night is for you, and we are immensely proud of you. Right, families and friends? How proud of them are we? Woo! And one really important moment of thanks, grads, let them know how grateful you are for their support. There are many here to welcome. As I said, family and friends, our graduates. As Senior Vice President for Student Affairs and Public Safety and Chair of the Commencement Committee told us, it's raining a little bit. We're going to have a very slightly abbreviated program, and I'll guide you as we go through. Our main interest is ensuring that everyone is safe and that you get your degrees. All right. There's a slight chance of rain, heavier rain later on. We will get there. The Chancellor and I are yielding our time, and if you write us at President At, we'll send you our remarks, all right? We open our ceremony, as is traditional, with a reading of the university's land acknowledgement. Please welcome Dakota Kinsel, class of 2026, and President of the Native American Indigenous Students Alliance. Madam President.
William & Mary acknowledges the indigenous peoples who are the original inhabitants of the lands our campus is on today. The Sharonhaka Nottoway, Chickahominy, Eastern Chickahominy, Mattapanai, Monacan, Nansemond, Nottoway, Pamunkey, Patawamek, Upper Mattapanai, and Rappahannock tribes, and pay our respect to their tribal members past and present.
Thank you, Dakota. Joining us to bear witness to our graduates' accomplishments are members of William & Mary's Board of Visitors, led by Rector Charles Poston. Please stand. Thank you. Faculty and staff who are here today, please stand so we can tell you how awesome you are. Thank you. Yesterday, 9 William & Mary graduates received military commissions. Among the class of 2025 are 151 active duty, reserve, and retired military and veterans. Would all military personnel and veterans, including anyone in this stadium currently serving or who has served, please stand and receive our thanks for that service. Each year, the senior class recognizes individuals who've supported their class over the years. Our graduates have recognized 4 faculty and staff members as honorary marshals: Cheryl Dichter, Jay Watkins, Monique Williams, and Doug Young. Please stand. The status of honorary alumnus is awarded to individuals who did not attend the university, but whom we proudly claim as our own. This year, we honor Kathleen Clem and Linda Knight. Ms. Clem joins us this evening. Would you please stand? Students select one faculty member as the class professor. The class of 2025 professor is Jonathan Allen. Professor Allen, please stand. William & Mary's partnership with the City of Williamsburg is so strong. We're joined by the mayor, members of the City Council, and the city manager. I think they're up in the press box. Would you stand up and wave? Right up there. Thank you, thank you. It is now my privilege to welcome William & Mary's rector, Charles E. Poston.
Thank you, President Rowe. To our graduates, the Board of Visitors hopes that you will fully celebrate the hard work, dedication, and achievement that has brought you to this moment. The effort and perseverance required to reach this point are neither for the faint of heart nor for the weak of spirit. And we hope that you express your gratitude to your parents, significant others, and families who've supported you through this journey. At this point in the ceremony, we confer honorary degrees, a tradition dating back to 1756, when Benjamin Franklin became the first recipient of an honorary degree from William & Mary. This year, we confer an honorary degree to Dr. M. Sanjan. After an introductory video, Chancellor Gates and I will confer the honorary degree, and then we will hear remarks from Dr. Sanjan.
How would I describe Sanjan? He's an innovative, compassionate leader.
He's laser focused on what matters, who combines scientific rigor with storytelling.
I think the first is that I really do deeply love nature. It's a happy place for me. In addition for this love of nature, I think that the motivation is really about the belief that we can effect massive positive change.
Sanjan is the Chief Executive Officer of Conservation International. It turns out he's just a very good communicator.
He understands that by protecting nature, we're protecting people and their health.
You know, some of the work that I'm super proud of, the amount of ocean conservation that we've done, we did that because we innovated a brand new kind of partnership. Or the fact that we were the first to bring blue carbon to market was prompted by a need. The fact that we are really heavily involved with corporate companies in order to create value around nature. That's not because I don't think nature has intrinsic value. I do. If it was up to me, as a king of the world, I'd just protect it for its own right. But if you want it to stick in difficult places, then it has to create value for people living there. The world is a fantastic place, and it's amazing how you can ask dumb questions and get amazing answers. And having a natural curiosity is something you train yourself in, and it leads you down really interesting paths.
Sanjan is especially deserving of an honorary degree from William & Mary because he exemplifies the university's highest values through his visionary and interdisciplinary approach to conservation.
His career is a reflection of how we can all be of service to something much greater than ourselves.
When you realize that the first honorary degree was given to Benjamin Franklin, you realize the enormity of the responsibility. It really isn't about me, and it isn't for me. It really is for the work that I come to represent. That we, a small band of people, have this gene turned on, that we not only love nature, but fully appreciate the uniqueness that we find ourselves in this universe, that we are the protectors of life, not just on Earth, but in the living universe. And that is just awesome.
Dr. Sanjan, would you join the Chancellor and me, please? M. Sanjan, you have dedicated your life to discovering core truths about the Earth and all who live here. This pursuit, the dissemination of truth through scientific inquiry, is one of the most important public goods to which our higher education is dedicated. It is the reason that we celebrate you today. You contribute on air to CBS Evening News and earned an Emmy nomination for your story on elephant poaching. You have hosted over a dozen award-winning documentaries for PBS, BBC, National Geographic, Discovery, and Showtime. Your talent once led Outside Magazine to quip that you are, as they said, without a doubt the only person on Earth with both a PhD in gopher genetics and an agent at the celebrity talent powerhouse, IMG. In 2019, you took the helm of Conservation International, one of the world's premier nonprofit for conservation. Your achievements catch the attention of global leaders, including Prince William, who invited you to serve as a trustee for the Earthshot Prize. In 2023, Time Magazine recognized you as one of the world's most influential climate leaders. M. Sanjan, your leadership helps our planet and those who live on it to flourish. It is fitting that William and Mary honor you during our year of the environment.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Visitors and the ancient royal charter of the College of William and Mary in Virginia, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
Boy, I gotta find the speech. Chancellor Gates, Rector Poston, President Rowe, distinguished faculty, and the graduating class of 2025, and your families who've stood by you now in the rain, congratulations. What an amazing day for you. This is about you. What an amazing day. And this is a profound honor that you've bestowed upon me. I mean, honestly, I'm not exactly speechless because I got a speech to give even though it's wet now. But here's the thing, right? When they ask you to do this, they send you a list of people who've spoken, people who've got honorary degrees. It's a real flex move. I don't want to say I'm humbled, but I am intimidated. I am really intimidated by this. So I called President Rowe and I asked her, what should I do? And she said, two things: be brief, be funny. So, to be brief, I'm only going to give you one bit of advice today, something that I have found immensely useful in my own life. And this is it. Write your own story. Write your own story. Don't chase your dreams. The funny bit, my big dream was killed by a pair of giant pandas. It's a true story. I grew up in Africa, and my dream was to study African wildlife. So I came to the United States for graduate school to study the African cheetah. And I'd spent my first 2 years of graduate school doing all the work, taking classes, getting funding, getting my research proposal together. And the last step, I was in Washington, D.C., waiting for my research permit to come through from the Namibian embassy when I got a message. It was from my advisor to call him. So I go down to a payphone. We used to carry pockets full of change back then. Get on the payphone, and it's my advisor on the other end. It's a guy named Michael Soule, who is the father of conservation biology. And Michael says, your project has been canceled. Come back. I'm in shock. Why? The pandas. It's because of the pandas. The line goes dead. I have no more coins. Turns out that my research was being funded by the San Diego Zoo, who in turn was getting funding from the US Fish and Wildlife Service. At the same time, the San Diego Zoo was trying to import 2 pandas to exhibit at the zoo. They were giving the Chinese government $1 million for this. And environmental groups raised a bit of a fuss. They were worried that the Chinese were going to use that money to go catch more pandas to send to zoos. Now, that's not what they did. I eventually went to China. I saw what they were doing with their panda program. But at the time, it was a big deal. And the Secretary of Interior, Secretary Bruce Babbitt, stepped in and called for an investigation. My project that had nothing to do with this was just caught in the crossfire. So with a student visa and time ticking on the clock, I was out of luck. So I go to my advisor and I say, what do I do? And he says, you got to find something local and you got to find something abundant that no one really cares about. Why don't you study gophers? So folks, for those of you who don't know, a gopher is a fossorial rodent. It's basically a giant rat that lives underground, right? I knew nothing about gophers, and I told him that. So he gave me a VHS cassette tape and said, watch this. It'll teach you everything you need to know about catching gophers. That turned out to be Bill Murray's movie. It's a true story. That turned out to be Bill Murray's movie, Caddyshack, which is a great movie, by the way. And with that was gone my dream of sitting on top of a Land Rover in khakis with my binoculars, maybe sipping a gin and tonic at sunset, watching a big cat walk across the African savannah. Instead, I spend the next 3 years of my life on my hands and knees, digging in the California dirt. Not the coastline of California with the pounding surf and sea otters and sea lions, not the mountains with its tall redwood trees and bears. No, I was banished to the agricultural heartland, the Central Valley of California, laser-leveled, hot, dry, very conservative. So that's where I went. It's biologically the least interesting place in the state. So I got myself a pickup truck. I got myself an Australian Shepherd. Dogs are great icebreakers. And I would drive up to ranchers and farmers, knock on their door, and ask whether I could catch gophers on their land. After they get off the shock, they invite me in. And over time, I got to know these folks. Now, I wouldn't tell them that at night I would come back and release the gophers on their land. It was a catch and release study, but I left that part aside. And this is what I learned. I learned that these were folks just like me. They cared about the land, deeply cared about the land. They would talk about drought. They would talk about the streams drying up. They would talk about the frost being late, the fire season. They were deeply worried about what they were seeing. And even though we didn't call it climate change back then, that's what they were feeling. And they were nervous. They were worried about what they were going to have to pass on to their kids. And I realized that even though we both cared about the same thing, the only difference was that we were speaking two different languages. I was speaking a language of love. I love nature. I love the spring wildflowers. They were speaking in a language of value. Two sides of the same coin. That moment is seared in my memory. It stuck with me, and it now forms the basis of everything we do at Conservation International. Love is a powerful emotion, but it's not enough to save the world. To do that, you also need value. And that principle is built into our work. Demonstrate that clean water comes from intact hillsides, that marine protected areas really are about fish banks for communities, that protecting mangroves or restoring mangroves is really about creating coastal resilience and sequestering carbon. That climate change is really about supply chains for commodities. Once you can demonstrate that at scale, you can create a perpetual flywheel. You can link production of the things we need to protection of nature. Simply put, if we cannot show that a tree is worth more alive than dead, we'll continue to cut down trees. That moment in graduate school that killed my dream and yet fundamentally shaped my career was not apparent to me in that moment. The death of my dream very much was. What do you think happens to our dreams? As far as I can say, there's only three things. For most of us, we sort of set them aside and get on with it. For others, we hold on to these dreams much too hard, hoping, waiting, and we live a life of recrimination, and mild disappointment. Or, very, very few of us actually achieve our dreams. Tends to be sort of elite athletes. The data on this is actually shocking. Like 6% of people will actually achieve their dreams, or say that they'll achieve their dreams. And when you talk to elite athletes who actually achieve these things, what do you get? I mean, take Michael Phelps, right? Winningest athlete out there. This guy dominated the sports of swimming. If Michael Phelps' achievements were divided into two people, he would rank #1 and #2 in the world. He wins 23 Olympic medals, and then what does he say? He says, I'm living a dream come true, I'm at the top of the mountain, and then you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? Who am I? Then he goes into a period of well-publicized depression. So if following your dreams is really a poor strategy for life, what is a better strategy? My saving grace, what worked for me, is seeing my life as a story. Actually, even this moment when we were thinking, could this be canceled? Could thunder showers happen? I mean, my speech might disappear, something I've worked on for some hours. I thought, well, look, that's actually a piece of the story. Years from now, I'll look back on it, and it'll be a pivotal point, and I'll make something out of it, right? That idea of seeing your life as a story and placing yourself in the story, that's a really great skill. And the good thing is, you can all do it. You all did it as kids. I have a 5-year-old daughter. She's always in character. Sometimes she's Moana, sometimes she's like Elsa from Frozen, sometimes she's like a chef from Hell's Kitchen, sometimes, more recently, she's like a really sadistic doctor who'd be perfect in the pit, right? She's always in character. It's how she makes sense of the world. And as an adult, it's an indispensable skill. At 20, you can take a year off and go be a fishing guide in Montana. Later in life, not so much. At 20, I wanted to be an astronaut. Now, that's impossible. Unless I go like the Katy Perry route or something like that, right? But basically, that's out. As you get older, your chapters become far more prescribed, far more bound by what's in front of you than what's behind you. And as you get later in life, your life basically writes itself. By the end of your life, you're on ChatGPT. It's basically on autopilot. It's writing itself. That's how the book ends. And these later years are crucial years. You're at the height of your power. You have influence. You have responsibility. It's really important. The last third of your book, right? The last third of your book better be great. So who are you? Are you an adventurer? Are you an explorer, a rogue, a statesman? Are you a teacher, a magician, a spy? Are you Indiana Jones? A hero, an anti-hero, an underdog, a survivor, a chameleon? Are you a scientist? President Rowe calls this self-sensing. It allows you to look at the past to make sense of the present and to navigate uncertainties. It allows you to accept success and failure. Am I going to get to give the speech, or is it going to rain me out? With equal measure, and just see life as boulders or bridges, obstacles or pathways that you navigate. And by recasting past events as turning points, it lays down the markers of your life. Remember, it's not a turning point until you identify it as such. You know that story I told you about my grad school days? That's only a turning point when I retell it. Otherwise, it's just kind of a sad story of disappointment and desperation, right? And this leads to my most important insight. As these pivotal moments become clear, they help you write your next chapter. Chapters that become more important as you get older. Graduates, friends, we live in difficult times. Your generation will confront the worst, and you will have the opportunity to do the most. And we all really hope that you are a great generation. We need your creativity. We need your skills. We need your decency. We need your commitment to healing our planet. Income inequality rivals the time of kings. Climate change today imposes a deadline on civilization that no amount of magical thinking will erase. Physics simply won't allow it. It is understandable for you to be anxious about your future. The thrill of freedom must be now tempered with responsibility. My best advice is this: leave your dreams in your bed. Don't chase your dreams. Write your story, and I promise you, you will be so proud of the ending. Congratulations, good luck, and thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjan. Thank you for writing yourself into William and Mary's story so gracefully and for allowing us to write ourselves into yours. We now present prizes for excellence and service. Provost Peggy Aguras, please join me at the podium to present the awards. Awardees, when I call your name, please come forward. The Lord Botetourt Medal, established in 1772 to honor the graduating senior with its greatest distinction in scholarship, goes to Connie Rue. Ms. Rue has conducted research in Professor Hinton's biolab. She has presented at national conferences and co-authored 2 manuscripts. She landed a competitive national internship where she conducted clinical research and shadowed physicians. She will attend medical school after graduation. Her advisors write, "The most amazing thing about Connie is her goodness. She uses her scholarship to encourage and uplift others." Congratulations, Connie. The James Frederick Carr Memorial Cup goes to the graduate who best combines the qualities of character, scholarship, and leadership. The Carr Cup is awarded to Sarah Devendorf. Ms. Devendorf graduates with a near-perfect GPA. She has researched human rights and interned with Lawyers Without Borders, the Brookings Institution, and a U.S. Senator. She was one of 13 undergraduates invited by the Pulitzer Center to conduct interviews for an article. She assisted Professor Evans in evaluating a new member seminar for the U.S. House of Representatives, earning kudos from elected officials and staffers alike. Congratulations, Sarah. Named for William and Mary's 21st Chancellor, Margaret the Lady Thatcher, the Graduate and Professional School Prize honors outstanding scholarship, service, and character. This year's recipient is Grace Molino. Dr. Molino studies rising sea levels in the Chesapeake Bay. She exemplifies what it means to be a policy-savvy scientist, pairing a PhD in marine science with coursework in law. She has briefed the Virginia Marine Resources Commission and has also mentored undergraduates at the Batten School and VIMS. She was the first student to co-teach the Coastal Habitats of North Wales field course. Congratulations, Grace. In memory of Algernon Sidney Sullivan, the New York Southern Society recognizes 2 graduating students for heart, mind, and helpfulness to others. Our first recipient is Allison Lamb. An aspiring physician, Ms. Lamb earns her degree in neuroscience. As president of Food for All, she improved food access on campus. She helped lead a statewide student coalition to address food insecurity at colleges, and those efforts resulted in the bipartisan Virginia Hunger Free Campus Act establishing a 500,000 state-funded grant program for campus food pantries. Congratulations, Allison. A second Sullivan Award is given to Kyle Lewis Johnson. Mr. Lewis Johnson is a nationally recognized rising star in chemistry. He is known for removing barriers for underrepresented students in STEM and has distinguished himself at William & Mary as a sharp community scholar and student assembly senator. The chemistry department awarded him a scholarship in recognition of his outstanding leadership as a tutor. Congratulations, Kyle. A third Sullivan Award recognizes a person with close ties to the university. This year's award is given to Father Kyle O'Connor, parochial vicar and chaplain for Catholic Campus Ministry. Father Kyle has dedicated his life to uplifting others. He offers opportunities for prayer, fellowship, and service, and participates in intramural sports teams and Sunday suppers. His talent at floor hockey and table tennis is renowned. When several students returning from a service trip were involved in a serious car accident, Father Kyle rushed to the scene to be with them. One nominator writes, "Treating everyone with dignity like Father Kyle's does brings light to the community." Congratulations, Father Kyle. Honoring William & Mary's 23rd president, Thomas A. Graves, Jr., the Graves Award recognizes sustained excellence in teaching. Our first recipient is Aiko Kitamura. Professor Kitamura is known for dynamic teaching that brings textbooks to life. She encourages students to reflect on their academic growth through personal learning goals. She also advises Japanese Language House, launched a book club, and has coordinated shodo performances. She helped build William & Mary's Japanese Studies major. Congratulations, Aiko. Our second Graves Award recipient is John Strong. Professor Strong exemplifies the William & Mary Scholar. Students have selected him for 20 teaching awards. That's 2 decades worth of teaching awards, people. He's led William & Mary's finance and economics area as well as the executive MBA program. He introduced a highly distinctive residency at our Washington Center and has extended William & Mary's reach through executive learning programs on 6 continents. Congratulations, John. The Charles and Virginia Duke Award honors the leadership of William & Mary's staff. This year's Duke Award was presented to Jeff Jolly. Please wave. Jeff, stand up, 2 hands. There he is, green shirt. The Values in Action Award goes to faculty and staff who exemplify our values. This year we honored Briar Anderson, Rolanda Frazier, Caroline Harath, and Sheree Prosser. Would you please wave? There they are. Our graduates are elected to the National Honor Societies. When you hear your society called, please rise as you are able and stay standing. Phi Beta Kappa, Mortarboard, Omicron Delta Kappa, Beta Gamma Sigma, Order of the Coif, Thank you. William and Mary prepares teachers to serve our Commonwealth and nation. Graduates who have received teaching certificates, would you please rise as you are able? Thank you. Today, we graduate the 11th class from our joint degree program with St. Andrews University in Scotland. Professor Harmony Dalgleish directs the William and Mary side of the program. Please stand. Next month, our graduates will receive the St. Andrews portion of their degree as full alumni of both universities. Graduates of the joint degree program, please rise as you're able. There we go. All righty. Would all international students and those who studied, worked, served, or played athletics abroad during their time at the university please rise as you are able? How awesome is that? Thank you. Our commencement reflections are given by Momin Zaid. Mr. Zaid graduates. Mr. Zaid graduates with majors in biology and data science. He played football at William & Mary and served as a student representative to the Board of Visitors Committee on Student Experiences. Following his reflections, we will present a formal citation.
I want you to think back to your very first day at William & Mary. The nervous excitement, the feeling of stepping onto a campus rich with history and more bricks than you thought physically possible. The sense that the next few years would shape you in ways you couldn't yet imagine. Maybe you got lost trying to find your first class. Maybe you met someone that day who would become a lifelong friend. Maybe you wondered, do I really belong here? And yet, here we are. Our beginning wasn't typical. Many of us arrived in 2021, some came before, and others of you have arrived since. Some of us started this journey under masks, 6 feet apart, voices muffled. There was no big, open-armed welcome. Instead, we learned to build connection through barriers, to show up in spite of the silence, to speak even when we weren't sure we'd be heard. William & Mary isn't the kind of place you cruise through. It challenges you. Sometimes, it humbles you. But it also gives back. Professors who care more than you expect. Friends who show up when you least expect it. And quiet moments that shape you when you're not even paying attention. We found parts of ourselves in lecture halls, late-night kitchens, walks across campus, and conversations we didn't see coming. We started to figure out what mattered, and maybe just as importantly, what didn't. Somewhere along the way, many of us started to rethink what success means. When we got here, it looked like perfect grades, packed calendars, med school apps, and tech internships. We thought success meant control, checking all the boxes, but it started to shift. It became the friends who stayed when things got hard, the group chats that became lifelines, learning to rest without guilt, redefining our worth outside of performance. And for some of us, just showing up felt like an act of defiance. As a 6'5" Pakistani-American Muslim playing Division I football, there were times I knew I was taking up space in rooms I wasn't expected to be in. And there's a pressure that comes with that. But something my dad taught me always stuck. Something from Surah Al-Asr, a short chapter in the Quran. He pointed to one word: sabr, patience. Not just waiting, but enduring. Staying steady. Moving forward with dignity when the world feels heavy. And when I look at this class, I see sabr everywhere. In the late nights, the slow growth, the quiet strength it took just to keep going, that's a kind of success too. We carried more than just coursework. Women in this class have persisted through systems that still too often underestimate them. Minorities have navigated invisible pressures and visible boundaries. From 2021 to now, we've lived through a time of deep questioning, not just of who we are individually, but of who we are collectively. And now we graduate into a moment where diversity, equity, and inclusion, principles that help many of us feel seen for the first time, are being challenged. Where freedoms we thought were secure are being quietly erased. But the people in this class know what it means to show up, to speak even when it feels like no one's listening, to carry not just our own ambition, but our responsibility to one another. Because let's be honest, the world we're stepping into looks different than the one we imagined when we first got here. Inflation, job market uncertainty, AI threatening to replace all of us, and none of us really know where we'll be in 5 years, except pre-meds. See you in 10. But if we've learned anything here, it's that we're built for chaos. We didn't just survive William and Mary. We thrived in one of the most rigorous academic environments in the country. We've learned to think critically, to adapt, and most importantly, to fake confidence when we have absolutely no idea what's going on. And that, my friends, is adulthood. So as we walk across this stage and into whatever version of the future is waiting, we carry more than just a degree. We carry the moments that made this place more than a school. We carry the reminder that belonging isn't about proving yourself. It's about being yourself. And we carry the weight of everything it took to get here. The student athletes who balance film study with finals, the science majors who haven't seen daylight since fall, the humanities folks who wrote 30 pages to answer one really good question, the artists, performers, researchers, organizers, lawyers, marine scientists, educators, leaders. Each of you added something to this place that can't be graded and shouldn't be forgotten. And beyond our classmates, thank you to the people who made all of this possible. To the dining hall workers who greeted us with a smile, the custodial staff who reset every space before we walked in, the administrators who kept things moving even when everything was shifting by the week. You held this place up and we're grateful. And most of all, we carry each other. So wherever we go next, whatever we do, we stay curious, we stay kind, and we stay connected in all the ways that matter. Congratulations, class of 2025. We did it. Hey, it's been a long year, man. Class of 2025, can I get a hell yeah? That's what I'm talking about, man. Thank you to everybody who's touched me and everybody who I've had the opportunity to connect with. Y'all really made me who I am today, and I'm so thankful. I'm trying not to cry, but we good right now. To my brothers, my best friends in the stands, I would not be here without y'all. Come on, man. Abu, Ami, you gave everything up for me. Look at us. Come on. Look at your sacrifices. Come on. I love y'all. Thank you so much, class of 2025. We did it.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you for those words for this university. Strong and true and clear. Hard to follow that. However, this is a moment you've all been waiting for. Provost Seguros, please join me at the podium for the conferral of earned degrees for the class of 2025.
Thank you, President Rowe. We will begin with a conferral of doctoral degrees. Suzanne Raitt, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, will present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Arts and Sciences. Robert Knoppel, Dean of the School of Education, will present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Education and Doctor of Education. Derek Aday, Dean of the Batten School of Coastal and Marine Sciences, will present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Marine Science.
There are 37 doctoral degrees being awarded in arts and sciences. Candidates, please come forward when your name is called. Jason Asher Jollis. Kate House Previty. Joseph Frank Lawless. Noah Lewis Donald. Heather Michelle Byer. Justin Camarota. Ezekiel Woodrow Eberly Wirtz. Matthew Howard Naus. Kathleen Loretta Boyce. Kathleen Story Telling. Justin T. Estreicher. Maria Therese Satnick. Felipe Gilberto Ortega Gama. Graham Allen Calloway. Madeline Gunter Bassett. Catherine Marie Barber. Lauren Elizabeth Alston Kelroy. David Reed Beverstock. Thomas Llewellyn Evans. David Nader Palacio. Amit Seal Ami. Yanfu Yen. Jindy Wu. Kelsey L. Smoot.
There are 37 candidates for doctoral degrees in education. Candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Education and Doctor of Education, please come forward as your name is called. Mary Cameron O'Brien Jones. Amanda Ruth Duran Sunderman. Andrew Timothy Kipe. Catherine E. Welbrock. Arenthia Lee Heron. Kelly Ann Gorman. Crystal Hall Buckley. Monica Iowa Hill. Peter Thomas All. Derek Daniel Jansanti. Sai Chen. Dana Lockhart. Frances Caroline Furlong. Daria Lorio Barston. Monica Guerrero Vereb.
There are 11 doctoral degrees being awarded in marine science. Those present, please come forward as your name is called. Caitlin Ray Kowaleski. Rachel Louise Dixon. Shannon Cassandra Frary Smith. Abigail Ray Sisti. Evan Rose Flynn. Brian Seongtek Kim. Grace Demore Molino.
Candidates for the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Education, please rise as you are able. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Visitors of the College of William and Mary in Virginia, I confer upon each of you, as appropriate, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy or Doctor of Education, and welcome you into the ancient and universal company of scholars. Congratulations!
Please be seated. Benjamin Spencer, Dean of the Law School, will present the candidates for the degrees of Juris Doctor and Master of Laws.
There are 199 candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor and 11 candidates for the degree of Master of Laws. Candidates, please rise as you are able.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you as appropriate the degree of Juris Doctor or Master of Laws and declare that you are well prepared to protect and advance the rule in this country and other countries. Congratulations, and please be seated.
Todd Moradian, Dean of the Mason School of Business, will present the candidates for the master's degrees in business.
There are 93 candidates for the degree of Master of Accounting, 295 for the degree of Master of Business Administration, and 180 for the degree of Master of Science. Candidates, please rise as you are able.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you as appropriate the degree of Master of Accounting, Master of Business Administration, or Master of Science, and declare that you are well prepared to advance prosperity in your organizations and communities. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Dean Raitt will present the candidates for the master's degrees in arts and sciences.
There are 55 candidates for the degree of Master of Science, 20 for Master of Arts, and 18 for Master of Public Policy. Candidates, please rise as you are able.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you as appropriate the degree of Master of Science, Master of Arts, or Master of Public Policy, and declare that you have successfully completed advanced study in your disciplines and are prepared to lead them forward. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Dean Knopel will present the candidates for the Educational Specialist degree and the Master's degrees in Education.
There are 11 candidates for the Educational Specialist degree, 34 for Master of Arts in Education, and 184 for Master of Education. Candidates, please rise as you are able.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you as appropriate the degree of Educational Specialist, Master of Arts in Education, or Master of Education, and declare you well prepared to nurture the schools of our Commonwealth and nation. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Dina Day will present the candidates for the master's degrees in marine science.
There are 9 outstanding candidates for the degree of Master of Science and 6 equally outstanding candidates for the degree of Master of Arts. Candidates, please rise as you are able.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon each of you as appropriate the degree of Master of Science or Master of Arts, and declare that you have successfully completed advanced study in marine science and are well prepared to ensure the vitality of the world's coastlines and waterways. Congratulations.
There are 1,957 candidates for the baccalaureate degrees. The deans will present the candidates by major. Dean Moradian will present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Dean Reid will present candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Arts International Honors, and Bachelor of Science. Dean Knopel will present candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Education.
There are 247 candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Candidates, when I introduce your major, please rise as you are able and then be seated. Accounting. Business Analytics. Finance. And marketing.
There are 861 candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Arts International Honors, and 832 candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Candidates, when I introduce your major, please rise as you are able and then be seated. Africana Studies. American Studies. Anthropology. Art and Art History. Biology. Chemistry. Chinese language and culture. Classical studies, including archaeology, Greek, Latin, and classical civilization. Computational and applied mathematics and statistics. Computer science. Data science. Economics. English. Environment and sustainability. Film and media studies. French and Francophone studies. Gender, sexuality, and women's studies. Geology. German Studies. Global Studies, including Asian and Middle Eastern Studies, Asian and Pacific Islander American Studies, European Studies, Latin American Studies, and Russian, East European, and Eurasian Studies, formerly Russian and post-Soviet Studies. Government. Hispanic Studies. History. Integrative conservation. International relations. Japanese studies. Kinesiology and health sciences. Linguistics. Mathematics. Medieval and Renaissance studies. Music. Neuroscience. Philosophy. Physics. Psychology. Public policy. Religious studies. Self-designed majors. Sociology. Theater.
There are 17 candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Education with a major in elementary education. Candidates, please rise as you are able.
Would all the candidates for bachelor's degrees please rise as you are able? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Visitors of the College of William and Mary in Virginia, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Arts International Honors, Bachelor of Arts in Education, or Bachelor of Science. I welcome you into the community of graduates and professionals, well prepared to think critically, solve problems collaboratively, and lead positive change in our communities, states, and nations. Congratulations! Please be seated. Please join me in welcoming Matt Brandon, Class of '92 alumnus and Chief Executive Officer of the William & Mary Alumni Association.
Good afternoon. What a beautiful environment you all create. Thank you, President Rowe. Congratulations to the class of 2025. On behalf of the William & Mary Alumni Association, I am delighted to welcome you as our newest members. You join 116,000 alumni all over the globe. Embrace this opportunity to be an active participant. Join your local network or connect with an affinity group. Return to campus often to homecoming and reunion weekend. And be involved in the Young Guard. It is your privilege and your right, and we need you. We look forward to seeing you at the Alumni House. It's right behind you. If you ever get lost, start there. We'll make sure you're back at home and you feel like you belong. Above all, wear your green and gold proudly. Use your William & Mary contacts for friendship, fellowship, and networking. We are your career partners for life, from your first job through every career move. And now, graduates, please stand and join me as we recite the Alumni Pledge. There's a card on your seat, hopefully in your hands by now, with an alumni pin. After we recite the pledge, place the pin on your hood. Are you ready to read it together? Here we go. As a graduate of William & Mary, I pledge to uphold the university's values of belonging, curiosity, excellence, flourishing, integrity, respect, and service. With pride, I will support and cherish the ideals of William & Mary, encouraging others to do so as well, no matter how far from Williamsburg life takes me. Thank you, and welcome to the alumni community of William & Mary.
All right, we have just a few thanks and rights left. First, please join me in thanking everybody who made this ceremony possible. They're all around us in this stadium. In a moment, the alma mater is going to begin, and when it does, two things happen. First, the symbolic chain of class office will pass from Matthew Wong, President of Class of 25, to Debbie Ho, President of the Class of 26. And second, on the last verse, the William & Mary Maces will pass from the outgoing to the newly elected leaders of the undergraduate and graduate student bodies. Please rise as you're able and join the choir in singing our alma mater.
Hark the students' voices swelling, strong and true and clear. Alma maters love their telling, ringing far and near. William and Mary, loved of old, hark upon the gale.
Just a few more things. In a moment, the platform party and faculty will recess as audience. Please remain in your seats until the recessional has concluded. There's just one last ceremonial gesture. Let me just dry off the Frisbee. Let me just check the wind. As president, I declare that William & Mary's 332nd academic year has concluded.
True